So, I never thought one stupid teenage joke would come back to ruin a wedding years later. But here we are. When I was 16, my best friend, who later became the groom in this story, and I made a pact. You know the classic. If we're both still single at 30, we'll marry each other. We wrote it on a napkin in a diner after a movie, signed it, laughed about it, and stuffed it in his wallet. That was it. No one took it seriously. Fast forward a decade and some change. We both moved on. He met someone, fell in love, and I was genuinely happy for him. He got engaged, and by the time his wedding came around, I was just another guest. Or at least, that's what I thought. The rehearsal dinner started off fine. Food, drinks, laughter, all the standard stuff. But I noticed something weird. The best man kept giving me this smug little smirk every time our eyes met, like he was sitting on a secret. I brushed it off until dessert was served. That's when he stood up, clinked his glass, and said, "I've got a story to share about the groom's past. Something his bride deserves to know." Everyone turned to him. My stomach dropped. He pulled out a crumpled, yellowed napkin like it was the Dead Sea Scrolls. The room went dead silent as he read. "If we're both still single at 30, we'll marry each other. Signed, me and groom's name." Gasps filled the room. The bride's jaw literally fell open. She whipped her head toward her husband-to-be. So it was real? The groom stammered, reaching for her hand. "It was a joke. We were kids. It meant nothing." She yanked her hand back. "You carried this around for 15 years? You entered our marriage with a backup plan." The guests buzzed like hornets. Some laughed. Some whispered. My chest burned with humiliation. I couldn't take it anymore. "You want the truth?" I snapped, my voice shaking. "Yeah, we wrote that pact when we were kids. It was a dumb joke, and it meant nothing. The only reason anyone even sees this napkin is because the best man thought humiliating me, and all of you, was worth a cheap laugh." The bride's eyes darted from me, to the groom, to the napkin. Finally, she turned to the best man. Her voice was cold as ice. "Get out." He tried to laugh, muttering something about it, just being a joke. But she wasn't joking. Neither was her father, who practically dragged him out of the hall. The groom's face was beet red. He kept trying to reassure his fiancée, but she wasn't hearing it. She stormed out of her own rehearsal dinner in tears. Later, I learned they went on a break, right after the honeymoon. The marriage never really recovered. As for me, that napkin followed me around like a curse for months. I deleted old photos, texts, everything that could be twisted into proof of some secret romance that never happened. Still, whispers flew. People love drama more than they love truth. And here's what stuck with me most. It was never the pact that caused the damage. It was never even about me and the groom. The real betrayal came from the so-called best man. The one who thought a wedding was the perfect place to torch friendships, trust, and a marriage, just to get a laugh and stir the pot. So yeah, I'll never forget TH.